Hello everybody and welcome to today's Sunday sermon, which is on the 8th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Saint Oscar Romero lived in El Salvador and was a very strong objector to violence done in his country in the 70s, especially by the army and even by the rebels and by even the right-wing people. He declared himself ready to sacrifice his life for the redemption and resurrection of El Salvador. When he was elected as Archbishop in 1977, people considered him a safe choice. People like the government and the rich people, they felt, here is a man now who is quiet and doesn't make noise, and we haven't heard him before, and he will control those priests who are pushing the people to revolt against us and the powers that be. But how wrong they were. A few weeks later, after he'd been made Archbishop, his very good friend Father Rutilio Grande was shot and killed along with two companions. The following Sunday, Romero allowed only one Mass in the whole diocese at the cathedral, where he spoke out against the murders. This was the beginning of his life as a champion for the poor in that diocese. In 1980, on the 23rd of March, Romero, who had a radio program, ordered the army to stop killing people. The army, of course, supported by the government and the powers that be. And he said, in the name of God and in the name of this suffering people whose cries rise to heaven more loudly each day, I beg you, I implore you, I order you, in the name of God, stop the oppression. The next day, the 24th of March, 1980, a gunshot killed Romero while he was saying Mass. 35 years later, Pope Francis declared him a martyr. He was beatified that year. And in March 2018, after a miracle was proved to be performed on a sick person, Pope Francis canonized Romero in October 2018. The reason why I mention Saint Oscar Romero is to remind us of the character that is within us all, and that was in Oscar, but wasn't seen until the troubles came into his life. People thought he would be easy and that he would work with the status quo, with the powers that be, with the rich. And then with the murder of his friend, he completely changed and became an activist and fought for the rights of the poor in El Salvador. It cost him his life, and he knew it would, but he didn't care. The character built up and flourished and flowered, and we all venerate him now. We love Oscar Romero, the modern day martyr. And today's readings are encouraging us all to develop our characters. Each and every one of us, I believe, are knitted together at our conception. And in that whole process is the character of the person. Our characters are formed. And those characters are always there, but deep down in us. And it's the challenges of life that make us move and act according to our characters. And our characters usually are for goodness, for kindness, for justice, for uprightness. And you may think that, oh well, that was Oscar Romero. I don't have those challenges like he had. But you have challenges. I have challenges, you have challenges. As a parent, as a grandparent, as a child, as a teenager, in every moment of your life, there are challenges. And these challenges, if we approach them with faith, will help us to do the right thing. And all of us looking on today would have experienced, I'm sure, some form of sickness, or challenges, or temptations which make or break you. And when you're challenged like that, the character comes out of us. And the goodness, in other words, that is created within each and every one of us, because everything God creates is good, remember. And the character that emerges, I can say usually is goodness, kindness, a willingness to like St. Oscar Romero, to sacrifice oneself for the good of other people, and for even in our family, the things we do for our children, for our partners in marriage, for our elderly parents, for our grandchildren, the nuts and bolts of everyday life. The character comes out of us when the conditions are right. Have you ever noticed that old people who may not have had chances of education like we have had, yet when they're in their last years or moments of their lives, usually are very peaceful and calm, and there's a presence in them that reminds us that they're not afraid of death. They have it all worked out, as we say. The character has come true, the true character. And all through our lives, with the various challenges, when we are young, when we are middle-aged, when we are old, how we approach these challenges shows forth our character. We are asked to nurture it, to protect it, and to help it to grow, and to realize that we are doing great things for God, even in the ordinary chores and the ordinary challenges of every day. Now, our characters are nurtured by our faith and instruction. These two words are important, but the most important one is faith. Instruction is what we believe and what we are told, and it's almost out there. But with faith, it's in here deep, and it's there deep down, beneath intelligence, beneath all that, hidden. The character is there, ready to burst forth like Oscar Romero. And even only in ordinary things, yes, our character comes true. May God bless you and help you in your life, and help us all to react to the challenges of life with characters that are deeply immersed within us and are nurtured by our faith.